Hello everybody, I am Anon Moose, ultimate let's player, murder investigator, and debater. Those things all vaguely rhyme. Welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. I want to say right off the bat, for those of you who are watching the last couple videos, yeah, I actually have come down with a very sudden stomach virus, or something like that. Like literally between videos I have to go into the other room to be ill. So friggin' towards the end of the last video, my enthusiasm was very much dropping. Like, I mean, I'm enjoying the game a lot. Like, don't get me wrong, but like I'm gross, I'm sweaty, I'm sick. So understand that things aren't great for me physically. So if my enthusiasm seems to drop and I don't talk as much, that's why. But I do still want to enjoy this game, and hope you guys enjoy watching me enjoy this game. So there's a bit more to learn about non-stop debate. Would you hear more? Yes, please. I don't want to fuck anything up. You can concentrate by holding down the space key. While you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this consumes the focus gauge, and if this gauge empties, you can't concentrate. But the focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Well then, good luck and have fun. Alright. Yeah, I feel like shit's gonna speed up towards the end, so let's... Always account, so she's gonna alibi me.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Kodo must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret.
Yeah, there was somebody in the dining hall! You cunt! Oh yeah, that was terrible to say. I apologize. Whoa, that just slipped out. I'm sorry.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
the fucking picture on the side. I just noticed that.
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall.
I mean, witness testimony normally isn't this reliable, but I can understand that they're high schoolers and desperate.
In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
I love how she just insults everybody.
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer.
Just the bear. Like, he's just the bear now.
Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife, so I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Yeah, like, because the thing is, I always didn't see anyone come into the dining hall, like, at all, right? So, like, yeah, that sorta clears me, but if she didn't see anybody, then that makes me just as suspect as everybody else.
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
I love how she's just like, she's enjoying this, I think.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that?
Don't I have an alibi for her?
I can.
Oh, well, Sakura's got my back.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right. But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well,
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
Nope, just have to sleep in the dorm
We're
area.
not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms. But it
Yeah,
does
Chihiro
seem
is
we have to
really
stay in our
smart.
front
Like,
room.
you can tell when that she does that little emoticon right there. Like, she really is very intelligent, just, like, is very nervous.
So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem. A boy and a girl.
Oh, Taka, did you just say that out loud?
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Someone's not here. Are you talking about... So it's either friggin' her or Junko. Probably her, Sayaka, though.
Sayaka.
Yeah.
She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was... So it wasn't Monokuma, it wasn't Hina, so it had to be Sayaka, right?
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility.
Yeah.
And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen.
Huh. I have a possibility in mind, but I think it's too silly.
As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it?
Phoenix.
In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
See? He did do it after all.
Yeah, everyone's just like everyone wants to make it, because I get it. It's their first murder case. They're not technically in the wrong for this. They're upset and making accusations.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction?
Well, none of the other answers would have worked. Monokuma, is not allowed to interfere, so he wouldn't have taken the knife. And friggin', yeah, Hina took, because friggin' Sakura just provided her an alibi, so that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction. You possess a most terrifying talent.
terrifying talent.
Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die. Well, they think you did it!
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there.
Did I miss something?
You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
No, I don't, actually. I'm completely lost. Your first hangman's gambit is about to begin. Yes, please, because I have no idea what she's talking about. As things advance further into class trial, the hangman's gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You'll have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use the mouse to aim, press the left mouse button and shoot the desired letters. If you shoot the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. If this gauge reaches 0, you run out of time, you fail. Well, then good luck and have fun. Something that should have been at the scene but wasn't. That must be the crucial point. Okay, let me think real quick. Okay. Saka, knife, blood. Someone was missing. Hair, maybe? We can just figure out what that something is. Hangman's Gambit. Oh, God. Hair! It's hair! Come on! Oh, I was looking at letters left and thought it was time. I was panicking. Sorry.
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room?
That's a good point,
It wouldn't
actually.
be unusual at
Like,
all
I hadn't at
to
all
find
thought of
my hair
that.
at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course. He removed any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Okay, so Kyoko's doing me a solid and clearing me here.
Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first.
I like
then
these
fled into
characters.
the
I just wanted to
bathroom,
say that while
right?
I'm like being kind of quiet.
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence.
I'm sorry, I just don't have a
left
whole lot
behind.
to say here.
Do you remember Makoto?
Oh, I'm gonna have to do another Hangman's Gambit. The evidence that proves it is the object the killer broke. Oh, object the killer broke. Fuck. Doorknob. No! Present it, Jesus!
Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're
Talking about
talking
the
about
doorknob,
the
right?
doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the door
I'm
was
gonna
about
say he
ready
just
to
has a
fall
picture
off.
of it here or something.
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying
Oh, somebody
to
messaged me on
bypass the
Steam,
law,
by the way,
they
so
ended up nearly
if you hear
removing
the sound of the
entire
video, that's
doorknob.
why. Trying to bypass the nearly moving the
This
entire
is
doorknob.
another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Murderer! Bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debate. Yeah, Jesus Christ. I mean, I'm not mad at the game, but like, yes, please. From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. But no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use the truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Now, this is important because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay, gotta pay attention. So one of these, a lot of these are fake, one of them's legit. Like a legit fuck up. It's probably going to be related to how I can't open my room properly, my bathroom.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Yeah, that's true. We know
She
that.
then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
We know that.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
Okay, that's
Because
not
Sayaka
technically
had
wrong.
locked it.
Okay.
And finally, the culprit had Sayaka cornered.
And to finish the job, they stabbed her with the kitchen knife.
Fuck, I must have missed
It
it.
was you, wasn't it, Makoto? Admit it. We already know the answer.
It's not because the door was locked. No, there's a different reason entirely.
The
Okay.
incident took place in Makoto's room.
Okay, so I can... Okay, now I understand.
Sayaka was first attacked
Okay,
in the
again,
main
that's
room.
true. We know that's right.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Okay.
Then the killer ran after her.
Alright.
And they got into the bathroom.
Okay.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
Try that. Yeah, that's... Sorry, you keep trying to show up the trial, you're gonna get put on trial yourself. You think about it one more time. Okay, yeah, because, there's only, 3 things. One of them I already know is wrong, so...
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Well, that's true. That's not a contradiction. That's not even related to the bathroom door frame.
Then the killer ran after her.
Okay, ran after her.
And they got into the bathroom. At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
Okay.
Because Sayaka had locked it.
Okay, there we go.
The culprit had Sayaka cornered.
To finish the job, they stabbed her with the kitchen knife.
It was you, wasn't it, Makoto? Admit it. We already know the answer.
God, the fucking stuttering picture of her there was just great. It's not because the door was locked. There's a different reason entirely. Wait, I thought I shot it. I must have missed.
In Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
Again, I'm sorry, I'm trying really hard to concentrate. Okay, well, I know that's not right.
Because Sayaka had locked it.
And finally...
No, what the fuck? How do I do it?
To finish the job, they stabbed her with the kitchen knife.
I don't understand. What am I doing wrong?
Wasn't it, Makoto? Admit it.
We already know the answer.
Okay, I can fast forward, thank God.
The incident took place and Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
She then fled into the...
Then the killer ran after and they got into the bathroom. At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door because Sayaka had locked it.
Oh, I had to hit it multiple times. Jesus, I was very concerned. Jesus Christ, how long is this going to go on for? I'm not upset, it's just I have a video to do. Didn't open wasn't because it was locked. The girls, okay, no, okay, I didn't even think about that. The girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms,
Yes,
right? Okay.
now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't the bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck. Huh? What are you talking about? My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there...
I like how they made that little plot detail just to make this murder, happen.
Yep. True as true can be.
I like how he's the only one to refer to him as actual Monokuma, not just Bear.
But you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right?
I love how it just plays Monokuma's theme instead of the dramatic music.
That's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene.
I really feel like she's a cop. Because she's really happy when she's just investigating crime scenes. Didn't know that I actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail of the scene of crime they didn't know was... Trying to place seconds. Ah, shit. Okay. Because this is confusing. In other words, the important detail about they didn't know was crime took place in Sucker's, but I was inside. Crime took place in my room.
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Hell yeah. Say what? Gotta make that a meme.
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka
had switched rooms.
Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom.
I like how most of this video is me being silent, but friggin' some of you might prefer that, honestly. It's like you've been in your own room.
And there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
I like how she sounds almost like finding it funny, which is, yeah, it is pretty funny, because the killer's probably like, fuck!
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is A definite possibility.
Yeah, like which is his way of saying, yeah, basically.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
I do like how everyone's like believing we switched rooms because friggin'.
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something.
Ah, shit, this video is going on
For
longer than I
serious.
intended. Okay, I'll pick this up in the next video. See you guys then.